Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Sunday, August 29, 2021, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 270 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting advice that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks and advice. Chicago Cubs vs Chicago White Sox. The Cubs came into this season with lofty expectations, considering the level of talent on their roster. All of that came to a halt with their fire sale at the trade deadline. The Cubs traded away their young core of Kris Bryant, Javier Baez, and Anthony Rizzo. They're left with a 56-73 record after 129 games. Thankfully, they were able to hoist the World Series crown a few years ago because a long rebuild looks likely. Shortstop Tim Anderson leads the team with 140 hits and a .305 average. Veteran first baseman Jose Abreu is having another excellent season, racking up 120 hits. He has blasted a team-high 27 home runs. Third baseman Yoan Moncada has 110 hits. They will be facing a Chicago pitching staff that is number 22 with a team ERA of 4.72. Right-handed starter Dylan Cease will be on the mound for the White Sox. He improved to 10-6 on the season when he allowed just 1 run across 7 innings against Toronto on Tuesday. Cease has a 3.2 record and 3.55 ERA since the All-Star break. My betting advice for that game is to pick White Sox. Milwaukee Brewers vs Minnesota Twins. At the plate, Milwaukee continues to find it more difficult than on the mound. The Brewers are 27th in team batting average at .234, 20th in team slugging percentage at .399, but have scored the 11th most runs with 596. Center fielder Avisail Garcia has been Milwaukee's most productive hitter all season, with 24 home runs and 76 RBIs, which lead the Brewers in both. Luis Urias has 22 doubles, 17 home runs and 57 RBIs, which are second to Garcia's 76. Minnesota has been a solid offensive team for most of the year, ranking 12th with 4.6 runs per game, a .243 batting average, and a 4th with 183 home runs. Jorge Polanco leads the club with a .272 batting average, 24 home runs, and 76 RBI. In Friday's win, the Twins did welcome back Byron Buxton, who had only played 3 games since May 6 due to injuries. In 28 games this season, Buxton has a .358 batting average, 10 home runs, and 19 RBI. My betting advice for that game is to pick Milwaukee Brewers. Houston Astros vs Texas Rangers. Michael Brantley leads the majors in batting average, and in the 2 games of this series is 4 for 10 with 2 RBI. Yordan Alvarez leads the Astros in HR and RBI, and he has 5 HR over his last 8 games. On the season, Houston is several games over .500 on the road. Coming into Game 2 of this series, the Astros have beaten the Rangers in all 5 meetings in the second half. Nick Solak has fared well since returning from the Illinois last week, registering a .381 average in his last 5 games. The 26-year-old second baseman is having a decent season, recording 10 homers and driving in 37 runs, and has 3 RBIs in 40 at-bats against the Astros pitching. My betting advice for that game is to pick Texas Rangers. Kansas City Royals vs Seattle Mariners. Brady Singer is expected to get the start on the mound for the Royals. He has a 3-9 record this season with a 5.07 ERA in 103 innings pitched. In his last game, Brady pitched 5 innings, allowing only 1 earned run. He has only allowed 3 runs in his last 2 games, giving him a nice little stretch for the Royals. For starters, Marco Gonzalez needs to be surgical. The pitching has been a letdown for the Mariners in a series where the Royals are averaging 6 runs per game. That just can't happen when the batting lineup can't bust a grape at home. Of course, that's assuming they're even making contact and not whiffing. The latter seems to be the case far too often for this Mariners team. Gonzalez is throwing a 4.13 ERA with a 1.24 whip in 100.1 innings thrown this season. The lefty has also won 2 of his last 3 games. A strong outing on the mound would set the Mariners up nicely for keeping the broomsticks in the closet. My betting advice for that game is to pick Seattle Mariners. Quick reminder, you can get 125% cash back bonus on your first deposit on our partner sportsbook BetUS after you open an account using our link down below and use our promo code HIGHSTAKES when making your deposit. Colorado Rockies vs Los Angeles Dodgers. The Rockies pitching staff has been poor this season. As a team, they are bottom 10 in ERA, WHIP, hits allowed, and strikeouts. The pitchers do not get much help playing half the season in one of the most hitter-friendly parks in the league. It should not come as a surprise the Rockies' pitching stats do not look enticing. No, the Dodgers shouldn't be losing any sleep ahead of Sunday's finale. Kyle Freeland pitched an excellent game for the Rockies in the opener, and the bats for the Dodgers came up short. They usually pack a punch like Mike Tyson at the plate, but it was just one of those off nights where they couldn't get anything going. What is surprising is the Rockies are near the bottom of the league in home runs and in the middle of the league in runs, RBIs, OBP, SLG, and OPS. A team playing half their games in a very hitter-friendly park should have better offensive numbers. But they're still one of the best defensive teams in the league, and the Rockies are still bleeding runs on the road. Opposing teams are averaging 8.56 hits and 5.02 runs per outing when the games aren't at Coors Field for this Colorado team. My betting advice for that game is to pick Los Angeles Dodgers. New York Yankees vs Oakland Athletics. Jordan Montgomery has been pitching at a decent rate this season, according to his baseball saving page. He is in the 84th percentile in chase rate, 69th percentile in whiff percentage, 68th percentile in average exit velocity, and 64th percentile in hard hit percentage. His 88 mph exit velocity is the second highest against him in his career. Paul Blackburn is on the mound for the A's as he makes his third start of the year in this contest. He comes in 0-1 with a 4.09 ERA, a 1.182 WHIP, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts over 11 innings of work on the year. Blackburn didn't factor in the decision in his last start, which came at home against the Mariners Monday. He threw 5.2 innings, allowing 2 runs on 5 hits with no walks and 5 strikeouts in a game the A's eventually dropped 5-3. At home this season, Blackburn has no record, a 3.18 ERA, a 0.882 WHIP, no walks and 5 strikeouts over 5.2 innings in his one start. Blackburn, in his 24th career appearance and 21st major league start, pitches against the Yankees for the first time here. This is his 12th career appearance and 11th start at the RingCentral Coliseum. Blackburn is 3-3 with a 6.22 ERA, a 1.50 WHIP, 16 walks and 33 strikeouts over 50.2 innings of work. Prior to being called up, Blackburn was 4-7 with a 4.97 ERA, a 1.59 WHIP, 27 walks and 80 strikeouts over 88.2 innings in 17 appearances, 16 starts, for AAA Las Vegas of the American Association West Division. Montgomery has 5 different pitches: curveball, changeup, sinker, cutter, fastball, and his curveball has been his best pitch. He faced the A's once this season already and didn't factor into the decision as he went 5.1 innings and allowed a run on 3 hits with 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. My betting advice for that game is to pick New York Yankees. Good luck to all of you. That's it for this video. Stay tuned and stay safe for the next betting tips and advice.